John Beltran back at Strasburg as Strasburg leads Brush 2-1 here in the top of the fourth inning. 7, 8, and 9 for the Beat Diggers against right-hander Aaron Schlegel. Mitch Tormolen, Ken Garcia, and Dylan Acosta. But Schlegel has been worked over. He's thrown 68 pitches through 3. The pitch, fastball right down the middle for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Tormolen struck out looking in the second. In fact, Schlegel has got 6 strikeouts in the game. He is certainly bringing the heat today. The 0-1. Inside with a heater, it's 1-1. As opposed to Ken Garcia, the Brush left-hander, who's thrown only 50 pitches. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch swung on and fisted foul off to the right side towards the Strasburg dugout. And it's 1-2. The Beat Diggers have 2 hits in the game, and Strasburg has 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Tormolen to lead off the fourth. Swain lays down the sign. And the pitch. And that's outside with a breaking ball. 2-2. And if the Beat Diggers can get Schlegel to throw anywhere from 15 to 20 pitches in the inning, they could get him out of this game earlier. Right now he's at 72 pitches. The offering swung on. That ball is driven high and deep into right center field. That one might find a gap. It's way back there, and that ball is off the fence. Tormolen's around first. Bowers throws it in, and it's a double to lead off the fourth for Mitch Tormolen. Now that ball's carrying in right field. The Beat Diggers have their 3rd hit, their first extra base hit, and that'll send up Ken Garcia. Garcia reached on an error in the second. He can help his own cause. The opposing pitcher, Aaron Schlegel, has both RBIs for Strasburg.
What's the fun, guys?
Garcia digs in the stretch. And the offering. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Ken Garcia. 1-0. The offering. A strike with a fastball at the knees, and the count is level at 1-1. Committed to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. And the 1-1 pitch changeup is fouled off to the left, and just over the Beat Digger dugout. It's 1-2. And that was a good opportunity for Garcia. But he thought Schlegel was coming with a heat, and he really threw the off speed at him. 1-2 to Garcia. The pitch, curveball, is foul tipped to the plate, almost caught by Swain, and he took it off an area that certainly didn't help him there. It's 1-2. He's going to walk that one off. So it stays at 1-2 with nobody out here in the second. In the fourth, I should say, Strasburg leads Brush 2-1. Tormolen will take his lead at second. 1-2 to Garcia. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on. That ball is fouled off to the left. A late swing off that fastball. It remains at 1-2. And Garcia did a great job in his first plate appearance. He forced Schlegel to throw 8 pitches. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. 1-2. Righty against lefty. The pitch swung on and fouled off with a changeup. And that ball is twisting. It'll stay foul. The last time Garcia hit a ball in that direction, it was about 5 feet foul. It landed fair, and he should have been thrown out at first. One ball, 2 strikes. Now it will be the 7th pitch of the plate appearance. Off of second is Tormolen. No outs. The pitch outside with a heater. 2-2 to Ken Garcia. Garcia seeing the ball very well out of Schlegel's right hand. The stretch. Garcia waits. The offering. Swung on and hit on the ground on the right side and fielded the throw to first in time. Garcia's retired as the play was made over there by Tommy Moore. Advancing to third is Tormolen, so Garcia certainly did his job putting the ball in play. 1 down for Dylan Acosta, who was overmatched in his first plate appearance. He struck out on 3 fastballs. All he's got to do is put it in play on the ground, and the Beat Diggers can tie this game. 2-1 Strasburg here in the 4th inning. Mitch Tormolen led off with a double. The pitch, fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. This is already the 15th pitch of the inning thrown by Schlegel. Got quite a few in the game. Swing and a miss. Acosta's taking way too big of a swing there. He won't catch up to that fastball unless he shortens up that swing. 1-1. 84 pitches thrown by Schlegel. We're only halfway through the offering. Curveball is fouled off to the right. And the count is now at 1-2 to Dylan Acosta. The stretch and the offering. Swing and a miss and a fastball up and away. Acosta strikes out for the second time, and it's strikeout number 7 for Schlegel. And here is Gregory Mayers. Mayers walked and then struck out looking. He is 0 for 1. Tormolen remains at third with the Beat Diggers down by a run in the fourth. The offering, and it bounces and blocked beautifully by Swain on the curveball. Well, that could have been a Beat Digger run, but Swain was not going to let that happen. 1 ball and no strikes. Strasburg scored their runs in the first and the third innings. Beat Diggers scored their lone run in the third. 1-0. Low with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes with Trevor Blake on deck. 2 balls, no strikes. The stretch. Pitch to Maris. Low with a fastball. 3-0. Schlegel pitches out of the stretch regardless of whether there's runners on base. 3-0 to Mayers, the offering. That fastball is up and away. It's a 4-pitch walk. The second walk issued to Gregory Mayers. And the third of the game issued by Schlegel. And Coach Darrell Dodge will pay a visit to the hill. I mean, Schlegel, he's going to approach 90 pitches by the time this inning is over. In fact, he's thrown 89 pitches to this point. There's no way that Schlegel's going to be able to go the distance unless he's got about a 6 or 7 pitch inning ahead of him. So first and third for Brush, 2 down, 2 on in the top of the fourth inning. Trevor Blake lined into a double play and then walked and scored the only Beat Digger run in the third. Blake steps in with an open stance from the right side. Stretch and pitch. Fastball, well, that's a strike, but that was below the knees. It's 0-1, beautifully framed there by Swain. No balls and 1 strike. Stretch and offering. Curveball is lifted in the shallow left center field. Moore comes on, and he dives, and it lands for a base hit. And now Gregory Mayers round second. He's headed for third, and Blake into second with an RBI double. And the Beat Diggers have tied the game at 2 as Mitch Tormolen crosses home plate. Yeah, Blake didn't hit it hard. He just landed perfectly, and Moore laid out to try to make a spectacular play, but the Beat Diggers got the benefit of that one. Here's Christian Baez. He's got 2 in scoring position with the game tied at 2. Baez struck out and then singled. The stretch. Pitch from Schlegel. Strike. Fastball down the middle just above the knees. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. And the offering. Swing and a miss. On the fastball, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. Tied at 2 in the fourth. Runners in scoring position. Pitch to Baez. Swung on and grounded on the right side. The first baseman Whitehead to a knee. He'll step on the bag and the inning is over. The Beat Diggers score, run on 2 hits. Both were extra base hits. There were no errors and 2 men left in scoring position. 3.5 complete. Brush 2. Strasburg 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back in Strasburg as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. And the Indians and Beat Diggers of Brush are deadlocked at 2. And Ken Garcia will be looking at the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Brian Lay, Tommy Moore, and Brandon Huser. The Beat Diggers already have stranded 7 in the game. And they could not take advantage of 3 errors in the second inning by Strasburg, and we mentioned that because runs so far are at somewhat of a premium, as was the case yesterday when Brush and Lions were scoreless until the bottom of the 5th inning, when the Beat Diggers played at 6. Brian Lay struck out to begin the second. And the left-hander Garcia will deliver. Changeup is swung on and popped into shallow center field. Coming on is Acosta. He dives and he can't get to the baseball. It bounces past him. Acosta's going to pick it up and throw it back into the infield, but it's a straight-up double. It only got a few feet past him when he laid out for that baseball. It was a very shallow fly ball, very similar to the one that Trevor Blake just hit for a double and tied the game. And Strasburg has the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And there's Tommy Moore, who reached on the only Beat Digger error. So Strasburg trying to counter once again, as they did in the 3rd inning when Brush tied the game. Stretching a pitch. Up and in. With a fastball, it's 1-0. Brush is 2-0 in Patriot League play. Strasburg at 1-2. And the offering. That changeup is upstairs, 2-0. Yeah, the wind now picking up even more. And blowing left to right. 2 balls and no strikes to the 7th place hitter, the right-handed hitting second baseman, Tommy Moore. And the pitch swung on and grounded to second. Cohen is right there. He flips to first for the out. Advancing to third is Brian Lay. And here's Brandon Huser, who popped to right in the second. Moore did his job, just advancing the runner. The corner infielders are in. Harris at third and Tormolin at first. The offering. And it check swing, but it's a strike anyway. On the changeup just above the knees, it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Brandon Huser. Brush 2, Strasburg 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The stretch. And the offering. Swing and a miss on a fastball, belt high. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on Huser. 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 4th. The stretch and the offering. Foul back, one with a changeup. Stays alive in the count at 0-2. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and hit off the end of the bat in the air on the right side. The first baseman, Tormolin, calls for it and makes the catch. Fooled on that changeup. And there's 2 down. For great family entertainment, walk in and reserve your time and lane at Fire Lanes today. 220 Cambridge in Brush, that's Fire Lanes. So now Strasburg needs a 2-out hit, or hopefully not a wild pitch, nothing cheap, to get the go-ahead run across. Brandon Whitehead struck out to end the second. The pitch. That changeup is a strike on the inside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. Brian Lay doubled to lead off the bottom of the 4th. He's now at third with 2 down. Whitehead steps out for a while, now back in, awaiting the 0-1 offering, and the slow curve is up and away. 1-1 to the Strasburg first baseman. Rockies and Cubs will play tonight at Coors Field. We'll have it right here on 1010. Rockies go for their 8th consecutive win and their 12th win of the season. They've got the best record in baseball at 11-2. The pitch. Fastball in the inside corner. It backs Whitehead off the plate, but it's called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brandon Whitehead. Ryan Lay with a pretty big lead at third against this left-handed pitcher. The stretch. And the 1-2 offering. Fastball and hit him on the left leg. Yeah, Garcia came in and nailed him. Second hit batsman. That'll bring up Galen Miller. Well, that could be a critical mistake. You hit the 9th place hitter and you're ahead of the count at 1-2. But again, now Garcia's got to bear down and work out of that. Miller has walked and scored and he's lined to left on a great play by Christian Valles. Garcia simply overthrew that one. Runners at the corners with 2 down. And that pitch might have flipped him. It did. The first pitch got him on the front of the jersey. And now the bases are loaded. Third hit batsman of the game by Garcia. And here is Brian Bowers, who has walked and been hit by a pitch. No official at bats yet. All of a sudden, Garcia has not necessarily lost it completely. I mean, the pitch he had Whitehead on was pretty obvious. That one just clipped the jersey of Galen Miller. Wind and pitch. And that changeup is up and away. That's the problem. Now you're at a point where you fear throwing your best stuff. You just want to place it in there after hitting 2 hitters. 1-0 to Bowers. Wind and offering. Well, not even close. That was well outside. 2-0. That's the problem. You get a little bit gun shy. You don't try to throw it down the middle. You try to throw it away from the hitter. 2 balls and no strikes. The Bean Diggers are in danger of falling behind again. More than likely, Bowers is going to take this pitch ahead of the count. And the 2-0 offering. One outside, off the glove of Blake, but only a few feet behind him. 3-0. Garcia was up 1-2 on Whitehead, hit him, and hit Miller with the next pitch, and now has thrown 3 balls in a row to a left-handed hitter. Lefty against lefty should be a little bit easier, and now Bowers is right on top of the plate. 3-0. Oh, and he short-armed it and bounced in. Yeah, somebody's going to have to talk to Ken Garcia. Here comes John Hirschfeld. Yeah, that was just a bad sequence. I mean, those were 6 awful pitches thrown by Garcia as Brian Lay scores and the bases loaded walk, and the Indians now lead 3-2. That'll bring up Patrick Swain. The bases are reloaded. Whitehead at third, Miller at second, Bowers at first. Swain has sacrificed and doubled. And a base hit here could break open the game. And maybe Garcia feels more comfortable now facing a righty. And that's the story in baseball. I mean, things can unfold very quickly. You just need a pitch or two. And in Garcia's case, I think after he threw back-to-back pitches that hit Strasburg hitters, he all of a sudden got very careful on Bowers, and it backfired. So the Indians lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. But again, if he can retire Swain, we're only looking at a 1-run lead going to the 5th. And Garcia will once again operate out of the windup with the bases loaded. Actually, he'll stretch now. And the pitch swung on and fouled back. Went with a fastball. And it's 0-1. Strasburg has scored a single runs in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th innings. Still batting here in the bottom of the 4th, up 3-2. Runners take their leads. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled back on a fastball that was pretty much neck high. And it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to the Strasburg catcher. And Garcia definitely got a break there. But again, ahead in the count. What will he throw? Here is the 0-2. Very high, backhanded by Blake. 1-2 as he went with a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The base is loaded. Strasburg has a run in the bottom of the 4th inning. Blake lays down the sign to stretch. And the pitch swung on and fouled back. He elevated that fastball. Remains at 1-2. The Bee Diggers have not led in this game. They've been down 1-0, 2-1, and now 3-2. It'll be another 1-2 to Patrick Swain. The pitch swung on and lifted high down the right field line. Daniel Soto comes in, and he makes the two-handed grab. The inning is over. Strasburg scores a run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and the bases were left loaded. Strasburg is stranded 6. We head to the 5th inning in Strasburg. Strasburg 3, Brush 2. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.